Bullying is perceived by some as random, that it just happens. The wrong location. The time is incorrect. But if you look closely, it's frequently not at all random. Usually there is a pattern. The same kind of person is chosen repeatedly. Not due to their weakness. However, it's because of something much more subdued. Something that most people are unaware of. Consider this. In a crowd of individuals, someone always speaks less than others. Someone who stays out of trouble. Someone who would prefer to keep quiet rather than worsen the situation. Imagine now that a bully enters that room. They do not select the strongest. They don't choose the loudest. The person who doesn't resist is chosen, not because they despise them, but because they are able to. It resembles pressure searching for a smooth surface. It doesn't strike at random. Where there is the least amount of opposition, it moves. Many victims of bullying are not hostile. They don't engage in conflict. They dislike causing issues. Actually, many of them learned the opposite as children. Be kind. Remain silent. Avoid arguing. Avoid making matters worse. Thus they adjusted. They developed empathy. Be patient. Tolerant. They acquired the ability to take in information rather than responding. And in healthy settings, that is effective. However, in unhealthy ones, they become an easy target as a result, because when someone goes too far, they don't respond. When someone treats them disrespectfully, they do not say anything. When something doesn't feel right, rather than questioning the other person, they question themselves. It's similar to having an unlocked door. Not because you don't respect your personal space, but because you were never taught how to keep it safe. In terms of psychology, this frequently relates to early experiences. Not all the time, but frequently. If a person is raised in a setting where speaking up causes conflict, or feelings are disregarded, or being quiet is a sign of being good, they pick up a valuable lesson at a very young age, that it's more secure to remain silent. Thus, later in life, even when they are uncomfortable, they pause, they become frozen, they put up with it. Bullies are aware of that, not intentionally, however instinctively, because power isn't the only factor in bullying. It has to do with reaction, or its absence. However, this is a crucial point. Being singled out does not imply that you are flawed. It frequently indicates that you acquired characteristics that served a purpose elsewhere. Be patient, compassion, emotional restraint, the capacity to prevent situations from getting worse. These are not flaws. They simply become dangerous in the incorrect setting, and the actual change takes place when one thing is learned by that individual, that remaining silent is not equivalent to strength. Strength is more than just what you can do. It's also what you consent to and what you fail to do. Because as soon as you begin establishing boundaries, even in tiny ways, the pattern starts to break. Thus, if you've ever experienced, it was always you who was being teased, the one remaining silent, the one attempting to maintain harmony. This isn't arbitrary, it's also transient. Occasionally, it's just a pattern you picked up. Additionally, patterns can alter. If you notice something about yourself after reading this, or another person, think about subscribing to this channel, because knowing people begins with knowing what influenced them.